Francesca, Beatriz Mclelland, representando Reina Hispanoamericana, Filipinas!
Ayan.
I'm obviously not a teenager anymore. I'm 22 years old now. I have dealt with so many experiences, so many challenges that has honed me to become a woman and not a teenager anymore. A woman who is fierce, who is confident, who is very purposeful, and someone who can compete with the Latinas.
Okay, pahabol na lang ng Bea. Okay, you're getting for a back-to-back this year.
Si
Para sa Reina Hispanoamericana. So, since for 2020, sa batch mo, no, dalawang ALB beauties na yung nakapag-back-to-back. So, may pressure ba on your part? Emma and Dee?
Of course, there's always been pressure since day one. Even before my lovely sisters have won the international crowns. But I always remind myself to be grateful. I'm very grateful to be pressured because that means that everybody has faith in me and that they believe in my potential and what I can do. And it's a matter of how I take that pressure. And I take that pressure as a way to motivate me and hopefully also get me that back-to-back crown for Reina.
Very well.
Muchas
Good luck.
gracias. Thank you.
Hispanoamericana Filipinas comes with the pressure of having a back-to-back duty. Why did you still gun for it in last year's national pageant?
It's always been my dream, like I said. Back in 2022, this has been the crown that I have been aiming for. And regardless what other people say, if others don't believe in me, I still push for what I dream for myself. And I got it not just because I have the saying na kay Lord ang dasal na sa'yo ang gawa. And I feel like I've done my part. I did my very best during the Miss Grand Philippines competition, and now I've rewarded myself with a crown.
One more. Unas, is it about the Reina Hispanoamericana that you have been wanting to join that since years ago?
Actually, that's a good question because I've always been pondering on like, why do I really want the Hispanoamericana crown? And I think it's the personality and the message that it brings to the Latin Americans and even to the Philippines. How we, the Philippines, we have become the powerhouse of pageantry. Sumasabay na tayo sa mga Latinas. And I feel like that itself is such a motivational part as a beauty queen. Because you want to represent the country na kaya natin din. Kaya natin lumaban sa mga Latinas. And I want to continue that legacy from our past winners, from Winwin, from Dia. And they have really inspired me as well. This is not just a dream for myself. There were so many people who are part of this to where I am now. So yeah, that's what I'm bringing to the table. And of course, we have been colonized by the Spanish for 300 years, more than the independence of the country. And it's time to show what values we have for the Filipino-Hispanic culture that we have learned for the past 300 years and what we can do with that to offer to the world.
Muchas gracias in Venezuela.
De nada.
Bea, siguro naman nakapag-research ka about Bolivia. So, what have you researched about Bolivia that amazed you?
What amazes me the most are the locations that we're going to. We're going to Sucre, we're going to La Paz, and based from the organization, they're one of the coldest parts in Bolivia. But when we arrive in Santa Cruz, it's the hottest part of Bolivia. And that really amazes me because in the Philippines, kaliwat kanan na init, sa bagay lang malamig. So, yun.
Well said, Ate Ora.
Hi, Bea. This is Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Ask ko lang kung ano yung tips na binigay sa'yo ni Diamante para mag-back-to-back.
No, not specifically. Sometimes intimidating because they do speak their own language, and both the Filipinas and US don't know how to speak English. So, ang advice nyo lang sa akin is to be nice, be kind, huwag magpapa-apekto sa mga Latina kasi sometimes honestly could really be intimidating. And just always be in my A game, be well prepared. I do ask for advice kung maganda ba itong mga outfits ko, kung okay ba itong mga gifts ko. She also advised me to bring dried mangoes for the judges, which I will be. And fun fact, I don't eat mangoes. I hate mangoes, guys. Mi non gusto manga. So, ayun.
Parang dalawang Asian countries lang yung sumali this year.
Si
India and
me and
Philippines.
India.
And then European yata mga tatlo. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
That you possess that will make you an effective Reina Hispanoamericana title holder?
One of the many qualities I have is that I'm a very purposeful woman. I put my heart not just into words, but also to actions. I make sure that whatever I say and whatever commitments I have, I translate that into actions. I'm a purposeful queen because I am on the daily, I do the job, I am committed, and hindi na puro sabi, puro gawa din tayo. And I hope to bring that on the international stage as Reina Hispanoamericana to continue the work and do more work and continue the legacy of our past queens and bring the honor back to the Philippines.
Spanish word that you have learned that you would like to repeat again and again?
Ooh, that would be, because I always forget this word, and it's Rico. Rico, it's good. It's good. Because I love food. It doesn't show, right? I love eating food. And I would always like to say that the food is good. So I'm really trying not to forget that, especially when I arrive in Bolivia, because I'm pretty sure they're going to feed us well with good food from Bolivia. And I want to be able to say, Rico, Rico, the food is good, Rico, Rico. Because the food is everything. It represents not only how a chef cooks, how good they cook, but also represents culture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you plan to showcase Filipino beauty, culture, and values to the international stage?
Of course, that's with sharing my story. I would love to tell them how I've joined back then and joined again to finally relinquish this crown. Of course, I would teach them the Filipino cultures, our manners, that also came from the Hispanic heritage. Like po, opo, lola, lamesa, tinidor, kutsara, banyo, sabon, silya.
Yes.
Oy.
Corona.
Yes, Corona. Yeah, and I let them know how we really are involved in so many ways and take great importance on how we represent ourselves as Filipinos and how we can bridge together as culturally and even the countries and be as one. Thank you.
Immigrants in the U.S.
Well, for that case, we have to remember that there is a human rights that we all have, despite which country where we are, despite if we are immigrants. I myself, I come from a family of immigrants in the U.S. and I really believe and I advocate for due process. Hindi basta-basta pwedeng paalisin lang isang tao sa bansa. Because each citizen of this world has something to offer, not just back in their home countries, but in other countries. Just like for Filipinos in the U.S., we offer so much in the healthcare industry, in the healthcare sector. And it's really important that we value that. And we have good ties with the U.S., although I do not always agree with what, negative damages that they have been doing for other countries. But the number one priority of everyone, especially leaders, is to prioritize the people, the safety and the security and the humanitarian rights of the people. We should always honor that. Thank you.
But as we all know, the eyes, guys, are all beyond reason, right? So,
That question. Check. Lo, namatay ulit. Lo. Check.
Check. Hello, Nantes. I'm gonna ask the question in Spanish, but the question is why should you bring it? Okay. Francesca Beatriz Abalahon Mclelland. Ano nga ba yun?
Why?
¿Por qué deberías estar Reina Hispanoamericana 2026?
I should be the next Reina Hispanoamericana 2026 because I want to be part of a woman's success. Just like my success right now as a Reina Hispanoamericana Filipinas, I want to be able to continue and move forward that the help that I have gotten to be where I am now. 2 years ago, I've dreamt to where I am now, and it's not just because of my hard work, but it's because of so many women, so many people who have involved themselves in my journey. And as a Reina Hispanoamericana, I want to be part of someone else's story, of someone else's dream, helping them to become who they want to be. Not just as a Reina, not just as a beauty queen, but a successful woman, just like a Reina Hispanoamericana. Muchas gracias.